The world was about to recognize him as the genius mind who solved impossible equations and built the future today. At the very threshold of a brilliant career and thunderous applause, he set fire to all his projects one midnight and erased his name from the dusty pages of history. The place he went was not a technology hub, but a crumbling house with a garden where an old man losing his memory had taken refuge. Humanity thought it had lost his inventions. Yet, he had sacrificed the entire world just to catch one last flicker of recognition in his father's eyes. Now, I will tell you why a man chose to have only one person call him my son instead of having thousands of fans. When you hear the story, I am certain you would have thrown those awards away and returned to that house too. Was a 32-year-old mathematical prodigy. The brightest lights of the city were upon him. Every formula he solved led to tech giants queuing at his door. His laboratory was a kingdom of glass and steel. Everyone expected him to solve the grand equation that would carry humanity into the next era. For him, time consisted only of numbers. Yet, success is like a sun that withers the soul. At every award ceremony, in every storm of applause, he left a piece of himself behind on those cold podiums. Numbers explained everything, but they couldn't fill the indescribable void in his heart. One day, he found a yellowed envelope on his desk. Only 4 words were written on it. "The garden's dying, come." This was the last cry for help from his father, an old giant in the grip of Alzheimer's, whom he hadn't spoken to in years. That night, entered his lab. He deleted years of digital data and priceless projects with a single click. When the security cameras saw him for the last time, he held nothing but an old photo album. As he moved away from the giant buildings, elevators, and noise of the city, the heavy armor on began to crack. When he reached his father's house, the sight he encountered was heartbreaking. The magnificent garden his mother had once tended so carefully, where every flower had a name, was now a prisoner to withered branches and wild weeds. The man standing at the door was not the powerful father admired. There was a hollow look in his eyes and a shaky cane in his hands. He looked at Selim but did not recognize him. He only said, "Mr. Gardener, have you arrived? My lady is waiting for the flowers." At that moment, realized that the world's most difficult equation was not a numerical result, but erasing the stranger's gaze in his father's eyes. He disconnected from the world completely. He threw his phone into a well, changed his name, and knelt in that crumbling garden to start digging the earth. The tech world was searching for him. Articles were being written asking, "Where is the genius?" Yet that genius was now feeding his father, telling him old tales, and watering the parched roses with his own hands. Every morning, he tried to light a candle in the dark room of his father's mind. Months passed. The garden slowly began to bloom. Him's hands became calloused, his skin burned by the sun, but for the first time his soul began to breathe. He found the peace that great awards and Nobel nominations could never give in those quiet evenings, while holding his father's hand tightly. That moment lasted only 5 seconds. But for him, those 5 seconds were more precious than all of humanity's technological discoveries or the grand equations he had solved. His father fell into a peaceful sleep that night and never woke up again. He had given up everything. His career, his money, his reputation. But he was ready to sacrifice it all again for those 5 seconds of being called "my son." What about you? When you wake up tomorrow, Would you leave behind all your titles and the success you've been chasing just to follow a single heartbeat? Or has the gold of that cage already imprisoned your soul? Remember, sometimes the greatest success is the greatest renunciation.